When was the last time that you updated your Instagram story highlights? If you're like most people, it's probably been a while. Today, we're going to talk to you if you're a salon owner or a service provider, right, stylist, esthetician. We're going to give you some great tips on how you can completely revamp your story highlights and make them work to really boost your Instagram profile.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So we're going to start by looking at, if you're a hair salon owner, how can you set up your Instagram story highlights to really maximize your Instagram bio, right? So rather than somebody coming to your page and just scrolling through your feed and seeing a couple of lines of description, you can strategically use your story highlights to provide much more information about your salon company that's going to give a richer experience and much more likelihood that people are going to want to interact, engage, consider, and hopefully actually book an appointment with you. Let's get into it. The first thing we recommend you start with, just like everything, is start with why. So create a story highlight that really speaks to your why, right? As a salon company. Why are you in the community? What makes you passionate about? Share your values, share some of the things that are important, right, in your salon company, whether that's higher education, whether that's keeping in touch with trends, whether that's providing an amazing customer experience, whether that's taking care of the environment and doing environmentally friendly things, whether that's community give back programs that you do. Start off with that as part of your why so that people can get a real sense of sort of who you are and your values, because that is what people really emotionally connect with first and foremost. Secondly, this is a great place to actually put in a virtual tour of your salon, right? If you have a big salon space, you can do it in a nice video format, right? If it's a smaller space where the video may not sort of capture that nicely, you can at least take some nice pictures, right, of different parts of the salon, piece them together, right, because this is a story, so that they can get a good sense of the actual environment and atmosphere in your salon company that they would experience if they came to visit you. A third little story highlight bubble that we always recommend is to put in client testimonials, right? So clients that have posted a picture of themselves and tagged your salon, right, for doing the work, and saying, thanks for the great work, da da da. It could be sometimes with some of your stylists. Hopefully they're tagging your salon as well. Great place to be featuring these. It's like a much more enriched way of reading a Facebook review or a Google review, because here it's personal. You're seeing the person's picture and the writing in their own words. It seems much more authentic, and at the same time you're seeing the actual results of your work. A fourth story highlight bubble we recommend is to put in special offers and promotions, right? Now these might change weekly, they might change monthly, and some of them might be permanent, right? Maybe you have an ongoing referral program discount. Maybe you have an ongoing student discount. This would be a great place to sort of feature those so that people can see what's on sale, what offers can be taken advantage of. It might be just your regular monthly specials that you have going on. It might be a flash sale for 1 weekend only. But highlight those. Just make sure that you stay up to date with it, right? And you make the changes necessary so that you don't have outdated promotions in your highlights. Now, never forget to feature your team, right? You want to have a bubble with your team, and inside of that, you would have one slide, right, for each team member. A really nice photo of them. I would include their Instagram handle. You can put in their name, quick little specialty or title, right? So if they're a hair extensions specialist, or if they're a color specialist, or whatever the case may be, you might want to feature that. But then again, just include their handle so someone can go and check out all of their work. You don't need to feature that in your own bubble, but having a team and sort of showcasing really gives a sense of the personalities and the style within your salon environment that a potential customer could expect. Tutorials is a segment that should never be missed, right? You are a house of beauty experts, right? You provide beauty expertise. So of course you should be showing that with some of your best tutorials that you want people to be able to see. Hair tutorials, product tutorials, right? It's a great place to sort of feature them and have them available on a regular basis. Of course, you post these things regularly on your feed and in Reels, but what we're doing here is capturing the very best ones, right, in your story highlights that kind of stay permanently, right, on your page. So you're always able to choose the very best things to put your best foot forward. An FAQ section is always a great idea, right? A little FAQ. People commonly ask questions about how to book with your salon, what services, what pricing, and you can obviously direct people to your website here. You don't have to have all the information available, but just having it there gives people a quick sense of where they can go for certain resources and get some of the basics, which can help cut down on some of the phone calls or direct messages that you might be getting on a regular basis today. Finally, we would suggest having a little story highlight bubble at the end that sort of has the lighter side of the salon, right? Things that go on maybe behind the scenes, some fun things, maybe it's some after hours things, maybe it's an educational event that you attended with some staff members, maybe it's a staff party that you had, just to show a little bit of the human fun side of your business, make it seem not so stiff, and corporate with all your messaging, and that people can expect, a little bit more, fun and friendly tone within your group of people. Okay, so those are really our recommendations if you're owning an actual salon company. Now let's flip it and say that you're an individual stylist or esthetician. What should you be featuring on your personal page, right, in terms of story highlights? A lot of them are going to be similar, but obviously with a twist and customized to you as an individual as opposed to an entire company. Let's get into it. Again, you're going to start with your why, but in a little bit of a different capacity. You can really personalize it to you, right? What makes you unique and different as a service provider? What can people expect if they come to see you? What kind of service are they going to receive? What kind of experience are they going to receive? This is your opportunity to kind of personalize it. You can do it with text, you can do it in video format, but really a great way to start off and showcase your why, your values that hopefully people will connect to. Secondly is client testimonials. We talked about it for salon. In this case, it's going to be clients that have posted a picture of themselves and tagged you, right, as their service provider. You definitely want to include a lot of those because you don't get the opportunity to have a lot of personalized, sort of reviews. This is a great way to show them off. A great story highlight recommendation for you as an individual is how to book with you, right? Is there a special link that people can go to? Do you want them to send you a DM? Do you want them to text you? This is where you can sort of provide some basic information, how you work with consultations, a little bit maybe about your pricing, right? All of that information can be in there, but especially how they can connect in the best way to book an appointment with you. Another unique story highlight for you as an individual could be your last minute openings, right? I would suggest at the beginning of every week, have a post that says your openings that you have. Wednesday at 4 o'clock, Thursday at 11 and 2, Friday at 5. Those are your open spots. If you post that every Monday, people will have a sense of seeing and they might look, to find those last minute opportunities. You don't have to offer them, at a discount necessarily. Just showcasing those time slots will give people the habit of maybe going in to check each week in case they are trying to move an appointment or they want to try to get in with you quickly based on their tight scheduling. Great idea for you. It kind of stays there permanently. You just have to make sure to update it regularly each week so that you don't have outstanding information showing. Now we're going to get into some meat, right, of these story highlights where you can really showcase your work, right, your collections. This is like your digital portfolio. So if you specialize in, balayages, maybe you might have, blonde balayages as one story highlight and you feature your very best, right? You get to choose what goes in there. And maybe your sort of brunette balayages, maybe you do, vibrant colors, maybe you do transformations, maybe you do different styles like, cut styles, short hair styles, long hair styles. You can create a story highlight for each kind of individual collection that you want and then showcase different looks. These will be, items that you can use as inspiration for your guests, so that they can sort of see the type of work that you do and get inspired by specific looks when they come in to see you. That way they're not coming in with some random picture off of the internet that they found that they want you to, duplicate, but they're actually finding stuff on your page that you obviously have experience doing and will be much more comfortable actually executing for that particular guest. We talked about tutorials for the salon page, and this should be included as well on your individual, page as a service provider. So tutorials around, taking care of your hair or your skin, how to use certain products, right? You can talk about them, showcasing you as the beauty expert, and at the same time, right, you're creating trust, you're creating credibility, and around the products that you're showcasing might help to stimulate some actual additional sales for you as well. The last story highlight that we would recommend is something more fun, personal, kind of, the human side of you. People like to connect with the personal side, and you can showcase things that you do, either, fun moments in the salon, right? It could be things outside of the salon, some hobbies that you have, family, pets, whatever you're comfortable sharing. It just helps to humanize you, because they always see you sort of on stage in the salon, but it's nice for them to kind of get a sense of who you are as an individual, and it humanizes you and creates that potential connection at more of an emotional level to get more clients. So hopefully these tips have really given you some inspiration to go back into your Instagram profile. I challenge you to go check it out right now. Look at your story highlights. When was the last time you really updated them? And use some of these examples and recommendations that we have to really bolster your Instagram story highlights, which is going to boost your profile as a whole, give you much better overall visibility and interaction with your guests, because when they come to your Instagram page, they are essentially digitally stalking you, and it's your only chance to make that first impression. So the more information that you have, nicely organized, easy for them to find, the better impression you're going to make, and the more clients you'll end up getting in your chair.